Former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Zolciak-biermann and Kroy Biermann may have called off their divorce, but the body cam footage from the multiple phone calls to 911 is now being leaked to social media. And in one of those videos, Kroy claims that throughout their marriage, Kim has squandered away over $1.5 million in gambling. Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So just when we thought that we were done talking about Zolciak-biermann and Kroy Biermann and their divorce, after they literally have called it off for now because they're at their core, there's love, according to sources. Well, in this body cam footage that has been leaked to social media and to the press, we see what was going on within the Biermann household during their tumultuous relationship, which leads me to believe that maybe this fight between the two is real. And I know a lot of people have speculated that they are only doing this divorce to sort of like save themselves from their debts and things like that. I think there is some truth to that. But at the same time, I do believe that their financial issues has caused a rift in their relationship. But I think at this point, they're like, you know what? We have to stick this out together because no matter what, we still have to deal with this stuff together. We still have to deal with our financial situation together. The $1.1 million that's owed to the government, it's their debt together. And as I reported multiple times, Kroy is being sued by BMW Financial for his Rolls Royce. He's being sued by a Bahamas casino for $52,000. And that's just the beginning. We were also talking about the $215,000 that Kim owes Amex. And recently, she was sued by Target for over $2,000 on her Target card. Well, the first video that leaked this week was of Kim Zolciak, and Radar Online obtained it, and she seemed really emotional in the video. I don't know if it's any truth to it or what she might have been going through in this, but they write this. Radar has exclusively obtained the dramatic 911 dispatch tape when the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak called the police on her formerly estranged husband. The domestic drama unfolded on May 4th when Kroy Biermann allegedly began stashing Zolciak's expensive designer bags inside a basement safe just days before the feuding couple filed dueling divorce papers. "He's hiding all of my assets. We are going through a divorce," Zolciak said on the call. "I just found out he stole all my stuff. I'm sorry to bother you guys with all this petty stuff. It's just been bad. It's been bad." "He's physically and verbally abusive," according to Zolciak, she charged, telling the dispatcher Biermann has pows in the home, but they are all locked up in the safe. "It's just insane. I don't know what you guys can do. I hate to bother you, and I'm so sorry, but it's getting crazy and out of hand. He's mentally ill, ma'am." The frightening 911 call interrupted by Biermann, who accused his wife of slugging him in the head. Zolciak said in a shaky voice, "I suggest you leave." As Biermann's voice is heard in the background, Zolciak stated, "Nobody touched you." "I can't punch him, ma'am. I have long nails." Oh my God. What in the Sheena Shea explanation, scientific explanation are we getting here? Okay. The dispatcher then asked her to step away. She continues, she says, "Yes, ma'am, he's effing crazy." Later admitting that she is not in danger. "It's so immature. This doesn't have to be like this. We have 4 kids. Zolciak begins to break down when the dispatcher asks if the children are present and explains they were sequestered in the kitchen as the domestic mayhem unfolded. At another point, one of the kids asks what's going on, and she explains, "I can't lie to my kids." And this is who everyone feels most sorry for. It's the children, these 4 young kids. "He's taking everything from me," claimed Zolciak at the time. She said she then apologized to the dispatcher and stated that this is crazy. There are effing people dying in the world, and this guy is aggressive. He is physically and verbally abusive. This is too much. Zolciak told the dispatcher that she barricaded herself in the bedroom to prevent Biermann from snatching her possessions. In a reassuring voice, the operator agrees to stay on the phone with her until the police arrived. So, according to Radar, the police eventually did arrive, and this is the video footage that you may have been seeing online of Kim rehashing all of what we just reported to you to the police officers. She sounds shaky. She sounds distraught. It's not the Kim Zolciak-Biermann that people are used to seeing, or the Kim that you recently saw saying glowing things about Kroy Biermann on the Real Housewives of Atlanta's latest episode. Well, now more footage is coming out, and this time there are some shocking details that Kroy is sharing with the police officer.
Pretty much our entire marriage, but it's got significantly worse.
But I mean, as far as, right.
So basically, in the last 2.5 years, she's gambled away about $700,000.
Okay.
Just in the last 2.5 years. Total in the marriage, probably about $1.5 million.
Okay.
And she does it online illegally, and so that's a major process that I'm dealing with the process of the divorce. I just retained a lawyer today. I have to go pay them tomorrow.
Okay, that was more.
She's going to be served within probably the next.
That was more of my question, right there, because I wanted to hone down like how much longer you guys are being forced to be like here. You know what I mean?
The problem is these are the assets. There are no assets to go to an apartment.
Right.
She has decimated everything.
Are you guys separate at night in different rooms and that sort of thing right now?
She has tried.
To...
So the narcissist comes through, and so she does things to try to get me to react. So she thought it'd be cute to go hide in the house. I don't give a f***. Went to bed, had no issues.
Right.
That lasted for 2 nights. Then the night that you guys showed up here, she was on. Please just get out. I want to shower and I want to go to bed. Don't care where you go. Don't care who you're talking to. Don't care where you sleep. So we sleep next to each other. Our bed is like a $15,000 bed. The mattress that we lay on, it's for my body, for
absolutely.
Things, and I'm not going to sleep on a couch, and absolutely not. But I don't engage with her. I don't do anything.
I was injured in Iraq, and I got you. Oh no, appreciate it, brother. I was just saying.
So in the body cam footage, Radar is reporting. They said, is this the truth behind the diabolical money troubles in regards to the $1.5 million that Kroy claims to the police officer? So in a dramatic police body cam from May 4th incident at their Georgia mansion, former NFL linebacker Kroy Biermann called his wife, Kim Zolciak, a narcissist to the extreme level and a compulsive behavior addict who decimated his life savings. So you may recall, you remember Kim always used to claim, oh, Kroy's worth $20 million. He has money, blah, blah, blah. You also know after he filed for divorce, he made some allegations that Kim has put them in a financial disaster due to her gambling addiction. So he talks about this to the police officer in the body cam footage. So Radar exclusively obtained the footage from police under Freedom of Information laws and puts the reel into reality television for the controversial Real Housewives of Atlanta couple. So again, from this May 4th incident, this was all about Kroy stashing all of these personal items in the safe. He claimed at the time that it was community property. The blow-up erupted days before the couple eventually filed dueling divorce papers to end their 11-year marriage, as you already know. But in the video, Kroy Biermann, begins railing against Zolciak as he and the officer enter the basement after he's asked to retrieve the items from the couple's safe. During a one-on-one exchange, the officer asked Biermann how long he's been struggling with his wife. Speaking in a low voice, which is the interesting part, and glancing up the stairs to make sure Zolciak wasn't listening, the former Atlanta Falcons linebacker says, it's probably been going on for pretty much our entire marriage, and it's gotten significantly worse. Kroy then says in the last 2 years, she's gambled away $700,000 just in the last 2.5 years. The total in the marriage was about $1.5 million, and she does it online. Here's the thing. He says in the last 2 years, she's done $700,000. Then he says for their entire marriage of 11 years, maybe 1.5. I beg to differ. I beg to believe that it's actually a lot more. Maybe he just lost count at this point. So he described the gambling as illegal. So that part stood out to me. I was like, what? Is online gambling illegal in Georgia? I know in certain states it's legal, certain states it's not. You guys will let me know in the comment section. So for me, seeing Kim in the body cam footage was one thing, and she wasn't really convincing, but okay. But hearing Kroy talk about this situation, this gambling issue, which we've seen on Don't Be Tardy, and that clip where she admits to squandering $250,000, keep that in mind. That was how many years ago? And he's claiming $1.5 million. And they have a $1.1 million IRS debt that they have to pay back as well. So I really believe it's more than $1.5 million that Kim allegedly has squandered away. And I've also said that Kroy is not innocent here, because at some point Kroy, a long time ago, should have put his foot down and probably filed for divorce back then. But he also is spending money when a lot of people feel as if, Kroy, you could be pulling back. He says in this body cam footage that, yeah, they still sleep in the same bed, which I thought was interesting. He's like, oh, yeah, it's like a $15,000, but I'm just looking at Kroy like, Kroy, you're not innocent here. I think you are also part of the problem. I also mentioned the Rolls Royce that he was driving. If you're having money issues, I would turn that in for a cheaper car. But maybe Kim was like, no, you can't do it. But at what point, Kroy, do you become the man of the house and say, no, you have spent all this money and I need to save our children. They need to be able to have a future. So at the end of the day, Kroy, you play a role in this whole situation as well. I don't believe anyone is innocent here. And I believe they've called off this divorce temporarily because regardless, I think this divorce would be stalled because of their financial issues, because of their legal issues. We saw that, I mean, it was criminal issues that Tom Girardi and Erica were dealing with, but their divorce was put on pause because of all of the legal issues that her husband was facing. Guys, as always, I want to know your reaction to this body cam footage and your thoughts on, is this divorce real, or why would they call this off? Let's continue this conversation that I thought was somewhat over about Kim Zolciak-biermann and Kroy Biermann and their on-again, off-again divorce and financial woes. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire.